Yuki. How are you today? Let me follow you so that I see your comments more. Thank you for all the roses. I may have hairier legs than you do. It's certainly possible. I'm glad you're here. Jet, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. You're a touch off balance, but okay. You know, me too. Me too. My mother is visiting, so I am a touch off balance also. What do you have planned for today? Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Yes, it's a candle. It's a little oil candle. The flame might get slightly larger as the stream progresses and more oil migrates into the wick. Arati means flame in Sanskrit. We'll be saying Arati soon. At the end. The beginning is the end, though. Yeah, it's just a reminder that, hey, we're all here together. We're all made of this. So you can focus. What religion is this? That's an excellent question that I do not have the answer to, but I can tell you that I was raised Jewish. And that the prayers that we are currently saying are in Hebrew. They're from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We're all light. We're heat. We melt. We flicker. We go out. I mean, we're energy. We're all made of the same substance underneath. Right? That's what the first part of that prayer said. Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. Listen, Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh is one. Echad. All is one. And so there's reasonable science to allow us to think that the energy that is in this light here is the same kind of energy that is in my body. That makes me. Yeah. I've always wanted to learn Hebrew too. I have these prayers memorized, but one day I'll actually learn to speak the language. The gender today is all. Yes, Yuki. Thank you. Thank you for answering that question. All genders are one gender. You were sleeping and you woke up in full anxiety attack. What to do? Breathe. Breathe. Breathe and feel your body. We're all an extension of the force that made the universe, yes. Thank you, Cora Ash. It is a surprising mental game to, like, I'm having 3 conversations at once usually. Like, I'm having long conversations with people that I know, and I'm having shorter conversations with people that I don't know, and then I'm having conversations with trolls, and then I'm also saying the prayers, a conversation with myself. It's, sometimes I get distracted. Deep breaths if possible. Focus on the sounds. Yes. Yeah. I can say a prayer for you. V'chaya, ki v'chayu Elohecha el ha'aretz asher nisba levatecha, le'avram li'yitzchak u'Yaakov, לתת לך ערים גדולות ודבות אשר לא בנית, ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, וברות הטובים אשר לא רצת, כערים בזיתים אשר לא נטעת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תישך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. Thanks, Elliot. Hey, Harvest. And you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words, which I am speaking to you today, the words that I say to you literally every day, every day, every day, every day, teach them to your children, and you shall bind them as a symbol on your hand, and let them serve as a sign on your eyes, and you shall say them when you are walking on the road, and when you are at home, and when you lie down, and when you get up. And you shall bind them on the doorposts of your houses and on your gates. Repeat the words. Repeat the words. Repeat the words and remind yourself that the boundary between your body and the rest of the world is not as solid and real as you might think. What is my religion? I don't know. Every time someone asks me that question, I become more unsure. Jesus was not crucified for this. What was Jesus crucified for? To redeem the world, huh? I grew up Jewish. But you know, those prayers that I just said, I can assure you Jesus said them. So I don't see firm distinctions between one religion and the other. The way that they turn into one another is actually my focus. All the religions, they live on a tree like this. All the creatures of the world live on a tree like this. Right? Tree of life. We're one constantly changing pattern. And so I study many places on the pattern, even though some people have chosen to draw a line and say, oh, speciation has occurred. Well, sure, speciation may have occurred, but we can still pay attention to common ancestors. What is my name? My name is Teresa, or if you want to view me more as an internet creature, you can call me Tiresias. But in real life, people call me Teresa. Look into the Baha'i faith. We believe that all the religions are one. Yeah. The Baha'i Lula was onto something. He's not the only one to say these things, but perhaps one of the more prominent ones. You're an omnist, a believer in all religion. Not specifically. But I guess I'm not a believer in categories. There's this interesting dynamic on this app where I am asked to categorize myself every day. Every day people come on here and sometimes demand that I categorize myself. They say, what are your pronouns? And then I show them this chart. I say, well, I've been referred to by all of these things. And then they say, what is your religion? I say, well, I like omnism. Like, sure, you can have that philosophy and you can write things about it and you can label it omnism. And it might be very compelling, but it's also just a label. And I, wherever possible, I try not to constrain myself to the violence of categories, you know? Your videos and lives helped me through so much anxiety and dark times. Thank you. Well, you're so welcome, Samson. You're so very welcome. it's not that labels are wrong. In fact, they're essential, right? Like, you cannot perceive the world without labels. So I have to go and I have to say, okay, this is outside me and this is inside me. And there's hot and there's cold and there's up and there's down. There's black and there's white, right? And if I do not make these distinctions, then I cannot perceive, because like my neural system is literally a binary system. A neuron is firing or it's not, right? And so we perceive categories in order to create the world, or we create categories in order to perceive the world, and I'm not sure what the difference is. And that is how you define objective reality. But also, the categories are illusions. They're not. They're artificial distinctions that are made by living creatures in order to respond better to stimuli. They don't actually tell us like what we are in the deepest sense. And especially when you get into the human realm, right? There are categories that we make that are deeply violent, right? That divide people, in order to create things, in order to create nations, right? In order to create religions, incredible organizations, right? Incredible kinds of organisms that could not exist without those categories, and yet the categories are violent. So I, where possible, I try to remind myself of that. And if I don't have to subscribe to a certain category, I don't. So I try to avoid it when people ask me what my pronouns are, or what my religion is, or what my gender is, what my sexuality is. Like, just watch and you'll see. But the eye is one seeing the item, so you perceive it as an apple and you call it a banya. What do you do with the category of rich and poor? I mean, respect it, recognize that it is real, and also try to act as if it were not so real. Try to perceive the world as if it were not so real. Try to make the category not so real. Yeah. Good morning, Wildflower. I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived, with Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me. And Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil that we had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh. Some women wait for Jesus, and some we wait for Cain. And I'll hang upon this altar, and I'll hoist my axe again. And I'll take the one who finds me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was the honeymoon, and Cain was just man. And we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin, that Ashura is gathering all her children back again. I did answer your question, am I a yogi? But I'm not sure if my answer made sense. What I said was, please don't try to categorize me. That is what I said. I have studied yoga, right? I do not believe that I have studied yoga sufficiently to be able to call myself a yogi. But even if I had a Shivananda Yoga teacher training certificate, which I likely will at some point in my life, or, even if I studied with Brahmin priests, I don't know if I could ever call myself a yogi, right? It's an you're asking an identity category, right? Like, are you this? Am I Christ? Yes. No. But Paddix understands. So yeah, we're gonna say some Sanskrit prayers very soon. In fact, right now we could say some Sanskrit prayers. Would you like to? It's water. So here's some mantras that I learned when I was just beginning my transition, and I had these muscular irregularities in my chest, and I needed to get in better touch with my body. And so I went to this place that I knew might help me, and I learned pranayama there. I went to the Shivananda Yoga Ashram, and I studied pranayama every morning for several months. I learned some prayers for it. It's breath meditation, breathing yoga that helped me understand the way my abdomen worked. How can people ask me questions? It's very easy to ask me questions, Clitney. You just don't need to ask me questions about what I am in an essential way. Right? Like, alright, here's another kind of question, right? What do you think is braver, LGBT? But I don't like this question either. It's a terrible question. And I've already answered it on other streams, that exact question. Memes are weird. Crowd memes are weird. Well, anyway, let's say some Sanskrit first. What's my religion? Well, here is a bit of religion that I learned at the Shivananda Yoga Ashram. It's a kind of yoga. It's preparation for pranayama. Ready? Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambupala Sarabhakshitam Umasitam Sakavina Sakaranam Mahamatim Divyam Mayuravahanam Ridasyasinam Surasananatam Guham Sadanam Saranam Prapadye Yaku Hendutu Saharadvala Yasu Pravasvarita Yavina Varanda Manditakara Yasveta Padmasana Ya Brahmachuta Sangara Patrapi Devasata Pujita Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nihe Satyadhyapa Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nisparanchaya Santaya Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Vishnu Devanandaya Te Namaha Om Sarva Mangla Manglaye Shive Savarta Sadike Saranye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Good morning from Chicago. Yes, the prayer is in Sanskrit, which is an ancient Indian language, not Tibetan. Triambakam yajamahe sugandim pushtivardhanam Orva rukami bhavandanan mrityur mukshiyamamritadom Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandim pushtivardhanam Orva rukami bhavandanan mrityur Mukshiyamamritadom Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandim pushtivardhanam Orva rukami bhavandanan mrityur mukshiyamamritadom Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Padrani Pashantu Makashit Dukhabhag Bhave Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityur Mamritam Gamaya Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti 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 Om Peace 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 Om. That outer world is full. This inner world is also full. From fullness comes fullness. From fullness comes fullness. Taking full from full, fullness remains. Om, peace, peace, peace. Well, if you insist on asking, I can tell you that yes, I am on drugs. I have a marijuana addiction. I'm not proud of it. And one day I will not have it. uh, but yeah, I don't think the presence or absence of that pattern in my life qualifies me or disqualifies me from expressing what I'm expressing and for praying the way I pray. Have I ever learned Sanskrit? Will I ever learn Sanskrit outside of prayers? No, I will not. There are many languages that I would like to learn, primarily Hebrew and Arabic. I'd like to be able to speak to other people who speak Hebrew and who speak Arabic. Sanskrit is largely a spiritual language, like a dead language, and there are people who speak Sanskrit, but there's very small populations in India that I don't expect I will ever visit. But I would like to learn Hebrew. Hey, Salty Bish. How are you? How are you doing? I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be feeling free. Not just who I am, but the pink and golden land and that wild, wide sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. Oh no. Hi, friends. My Wi-Fi went out. That was frustrating. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. We shall see. If it keeps happening, it'd be no good. That would be no good. Well, I had started to sing a song, so I'll resume. Good morning. Of course I can send you good vibes. Good luck on your test. I hope you do well. I don't wanna pray to my maker, no. I just wanna be what I see. Not just who I am, but the pink in golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't wanna pray, no. I don't wanna pray, no, no, no. I don't wanna pray, we don't wanna pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins. And I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. Love, Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good, and Anat made bad. Elohim made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Love, Allah. God made, God made, God made. But I don't want to pray to my maker. I just want to be feeling free. Not like in a book, or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. No, no. Pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asher, made good, and Anat made bad. Elohim made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Love, Allah. God made, God made, God made me. Except that's not true. It's a convenient fiction. None of those gods exist except in our minds, and we are the ones who make one another. I made me, you made me. What do I do for a living? I am a performer. I exist in this little internet box. And those on the other side of the internet box sustain me. That is what I do for a living. If you'd like to help with that, you can check the link in my bio to my Patreon. Do I have a significant other? I have multiple partners. They're all very significant in my life. I share my money with a whole group of people, and they are all significant others. Although I don't have sex with all of them, if that's what you're asking. You almost got into a bar fight yesterday, so please play your friend peace and become more patient. I certainly hope that you become more patient. And, maybe learn to pay a little bit closer attention to some of your male patterns and see if they are serving you. How is my relationship with my father? Extremely poor. I made a video about it. Do I actually go on TikTok myself? Like, scroll through? Yeah, I spend an extraordinary amount of time on TikTok, right? Like, the app is incredibly addictive. But also, like, I need to know what other people are making. TikTok is a collaborative video platform, right? I find all of the audios I use by watching TikTok videos. And I get video ideas by watching other talented TikTokers. Like, participating in the video community is obligatory to use this app. Good morning. Good morning. This is water. It's water. It's just here to get troll comments, actually. Have an amazing day. Good morning. Good morning, all. What is my religion? What is transmycology? Transmycology is quite simply mycology done by trans people. I run a transmycology business with my friend Jules. If you don't follow them, you should. We teach mycology camp together every summer. People come and they learn mycology with us. And the mycology we teach is queer, I assure you. Like, if you've watched any of the videos on my page, like, there's a kind of like erotic gender bending to the way that fungi work, and I try to convey that when I teach people how to identify mushrooms. Yeah, so that's transmycology. What is my religion? I don't know. I don't know. What is your religion? That's a better, like, what is your religion? If you label yourself as a member of a certain religion, what religion is that? Please let me know in the comments. I would like, how many people identify as Jewish here? And how many are Christians? How many are Muslim? How many Hindu? How many Wiccan? Many of you don't know, right? Are just as confused as I am. What is my religion? Your religion is pagan eclectic. No religion, just personal practice. Catholic. You're not religious, you're spiritual. There's only one true God, and that is Christ. You're Muslim, you're Baptist. You're a Christian, period. Buddhist. Santeria. What is Santeria? Pentecostal. Muslim. You call yourself a witch. Gosh, that's incredible. That's incredible. You're Christian, agnostic, omnism, Raelian, Christian. This is amazing. Jewish. Why have I not turned this question around before? Ligma. Come in. Hi.
Can I borrow a tripod?
Sure. There's a heavy one and a light one. And the heavy one is bigger. Taller.
I don't even need to take it up the hill. I just need to... Actually, I don't
Okay.
mind.
Do you want to say hi?
I do want to say hi.
Okay. So this incredible thing just happened that I don't know why I've never done this before. Hi, friends. This is Jules. Do you remember when I was talking about them like 20 minutes ago? Here they are.
Hi!
They asked what transmycology was, and I was like, well, it's mycology taught by trans people.
Legit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have two trans mycologists right here.
But so people keep on asking me what my religion is. And I was like, well, what's your religion? And then everybody started telling me their religions. And there's every single one is in this audience. Like,
holy crap, that's
like,
amazing.
and a bunch that I'd never heard of. And it's just really special. So now I know how to respond to that question whenever I get it, and I get it like 18 times a day. It's like, oh, well, actually, we can just poll the audience and see how diverse the audience belief systems are. And ligma, what is ligma? Hey, Ophelia. Anyway, I'm having a nice time. Chaotic Buddhist. Yeah, just keep going. What? Okay, I'm gonna go back and read for Jules what people said. Is
Oh my god, there's so many.
I'm Christian, Pentecostal, Santeria, Buddhist, Christian period, so one of those non-denominational Christians, Baptist, Jewish, Muslim, not religious, spiritual, Catholic, pagan eclectic, the universe, love. It's great.
That's awesome. Back when I identified with a religion, I called myself a Baconist, and because Kurt Vonnegut, because I was a total dweeb.
Oh yeah, I've been filtering out the like mimetic religions, where like I haven't been saying how many people tell me they're Satanists, because they're not Satanists. They just want to say that on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, you can be a part of the Church of Satanism and they do cool political
yes,
work.
you can, but I guarantee you that none of these people
Right,
are.
actually worship Satan. Yeah.
Whereas if someone tells me they're Wiccan, I believe them, even
That's
though that's
true.
like
That's true.
like they're in a different category, even though like the belief systems are very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know about the work that the Church of Satan has been doing about abortion in Texas?
I do not.
They've been, basically, they're saying that it's one of their core religious tenets that people should be able to access abortions, and thus it's against religious freedom to restrict abortion.
Yeah, so they're a political troll religion.
Yeah, and they do a pretty good job of it.
It's fine, like that's great. But I like consider that a different category.
Yeah, I understand that.
The Church for Satan is fighting for us all. Yes. Uh-huh.
It's so true.
How are we they Satanists because we believe you're just saying because of the... Okay, I don't actually want to participate in that conversation.
Cat's Cradle is a book that Kurt Vonnegut is most known for. Also Slaughterhouse-Five, but Cat's Cradle is way better.
Well, maybe, so I have...
Who's he on the... He practices ligma.
Me. That's a troll.
Oh. He? You? It confuses me every time.
I mean, some people think it. Yeah, so now I've lost my train of thought, but I was actually going to wrap up. I was going to do Arati and Kaddish and then have breakfast. We could just switch to breakfast. Or I could, yeah, why don't we just switch to breakfast? You want to get some rice?
Yeah, I'll get you rice. I already ate my breakfast, so I'm not going to eat with you.
It's not paint, it's Sharpie, but yes. I did make it.